before we finally wrap up, I just wanted to say it's good to see children here as well, listening to the speeches right the way through. It's really good. I don't know if any of the children wanted to say anything themselves at all. Don't want to put you on the spot. No? Okay. So to finish up then, Liesbeth Tenham from Amnesty International.
Thank you. Hello everybody. My name's Liesbeth Tenham and I'm an activist with Amnesty International, and I'm also an EU migrant. We came home yesterday night from the airport, holiday on the continent, skiing, and as I was driving my family home, there was a discussion on the radio about empathy, and the child refugees and the abandoned Dubs scheme was used as an example. At the end of a frustrating hour or so, I came to a new conclusion. And what I was hearing by some panel members was not just a lack of empathy for abandoned children, who now only have traffickers to turn to. I mean, you've heard about the taking away of the blankets. It was not just a disregard of the evidence base that shows that those who cross into Europe do so because they feel that they would be dead if they would stay. It's not just a disregard of the fact that refugees are very well aware of the risk of drowning when they get into those boats. No, it was a total disregard of the concept of home. So what is home? Interestingly, in English, home is a noun. In Dutch, it's netwerk. And I'm sure it's different in different languages. You can say, this is my home. I feel at home. It's the place where I live permanently, especially as a member of a family or a household. Home is more than bricks and mortar. There's a difference between a house and a home. It's about the love that you have and that you feel for a place that you share with your loved ones. And it's a surprise to a lot of people in this world today, or maybe not a lot, but that's how it comes across, that every single person in this world wants to be home. You want to have a home. So, although not strictly speaking, I would argue that having a home and being able to be at home is a human right. There are rights in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights to rest, to healthcare, to a roof above your head, to warmth, food, employment and education. They're all enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, which was signed as a result of the Second World War. Also enshrined in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is the right to be safe from violence in all its forms. So what does home mean for refugees? What does home mean for us in this world? For the 40 million, let that sink in, internally displaced people, so not refugees, internally displaced people who are staying in the country, who have left their home but are staying in their own country. They want to try to stay close to home because they want to go back home. A refugee of over 30 years who spoke at our conference last October said she wanted to go home, but in the 30 years that she was here, it still was too dangerous to do. A home is not a place where you are afraid of bombs, or rape, or torture, or enforced disappearances. A home is not a place where you are starving. A home is not a place where you are freezing. A home is not a place where it is impossible for you to work or to provide for your family. A home is not a place where your future is being exploited, abused and starved. And no country can be called safe for those people where they are threatened in their existence and denied a future. And most importantly, how can a place be your home if your family isn't there? We all have the right to a family and family life. So those Syrian children who are desperately trying to reach this brother or this uncle in the UK and who the Home Office refuses asylum, they are just trying to get home. And my home is here. And my home now feels under threat with Brexit. And it's for the first time living here for nearly 2 decades that I feel a bit anxious. Friends of mine in Lincolnshire, Dutch friends, had a stone thrown through their front door the first day after the referendum. And sadly, the online videos and the statistics confirm that the country has more and more become intolerable of other people. It's a minority, but it's a very, very important minority that we shouldn't ignore. So not just, as Liesbeth was saying, is there a record number of reports of hate crime against EU migrants and other migrants, but police are also reporting a record number of homophobic hate crimes, for example. A friend of mine posted something on Facebook yesterday about a gay couple being beaten up, stating that this is always his fear when he wants to hold his husband's hand in public. Apparently hating and acting upon that hate has been legitimized by the Brexit vote for a small minority. And this is not how I want my home to be. This is not the home that I had in mind for my 3 British children. And I will fight for my home and their home.
Yeah.
My home is a home of love, tolerance, justice and empathy. My home is the one where Article 1 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights is held high. And Article 1 reads as follows: all human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. They are endowed with reason and conscience and should act towards one another in a spirit of brotherhood. It was 1948, I'd add sisterhood. So, brothers and sisters, let me finish in this spirit of brotherhood and sisterhood, and let us make a heart with the person next to us. So make half a heart with your hand, hold it with the other person, and let's all say, human rights for all! Human rights for all! Thank you.
Amnesty International. That's the end of our speakers, but before we all go, I'd just like to introduce Virginia, who's organised this whole event today. I think she's going to say a few words.
I don't have much to say. I would very much like to thank all our speakers today because they've been fantastic, and I would like to thank everybody for coming along and taking some time to listen to what we've got to say in support of One Day Without Us here in Cambridge. We're kick-starting things really. It starts tomorrow for the rest of the country. There's hundreds of events happening throughout the country. Wherever you are, if you have a bit of time to spare, join one event, please, by all means. In Cambridge tomorrow we have a human chain at 1 o'clock on King's Parade, and there's a march to protest against Trump's visit to the UK at 5:30, sorry, tomorrow, starting here. And there's also a special event for wannabe migrant leaders. So if you're from a foreign country and you would like to organize the community in Cambridge really and make a difference for foreigners who live here, please get in touch. We're easy to find on Facebook. There's lots of details about the events happening tomorrow. But really, thank you for coming today. Thank you.